Hey, welcome back everybody, Midrift here with you. So today's episode is brought to you by the weather. I don't know if you can see it, I don't know what the weather's like where you're from, but right now it's very muggy out. It's about 34-35 degrees. Right now it's pretty gross, but oh well, can't really complain because it's still a nice day. Anyway, a little update here on the Triumph. I phoned the dealership 2 days ago and they told me that the parts that I'm looking for, so again, Triumph packages this left switch box as well as, let's bring it around, the clutch switch, which you can see are two different wires. They're two different wires in the manual, but Triumph packaged both these things together. So anyways, that and an O2 sensor. Sorry, wrong side. No, I was on the correct side. All right, a little tour of the bike, no worries. So my O2 sensor, apparently it's a bad ground according to the fault reader, the OBD2 reader that I have. Anyway, so I ordered one of those, ordered a new one of those, and the parts are back ordered. So it's been about a month since I ordered them. Hopefully not too much longer, but oh well. In the meantime, what we're going to do is some stuff that I actually have planned for a little later on. This bike, 9 years now, and it's about darn time that it gets a little bit of a makeover. So that's that. So I'm going to take the rad guards off. I probably won't paint them this evening because the weather's going to change on me, but at least I can get them out, get them prepped, get them all ready to go. Oh, I'm not going to tell you what color I'm painting them. That'll be for a surprise reveal. Anyway, I'll get going. So as you can see, you probably already noticed, there's just 3 screws that hold it on, and I have to take off my signal light. Another problem that I've had, I don't know if any other motorcycle owners or Triumph owners or have had this issue, is that the horn placement is here, right by the exhaust. So I just found out recently, I was testing my bike just earlier in the week, just because I want to see, and yeah, the horn's dead on the 3rd horn actually, so I've burned through 2 horns. Sorry, it'll be the 4th horn. I've burnt through 3. Yeah, so this is horn number 4. Awesome. Triumph put the horn down in and around this engine area in the first place. Not sure why. So there, the horn is out of the way. The wires are re-ran, hanging out where I want them. So here we go. So I moved the horn from its original spot down there that you saw. I'm gonna move it up here, mount it to this bolt here, and then I have enough wire here that it will move with it. So I'm not anticipating any. I'm not anticipating any sort of movement from that. So under 10 minutes I have them both off, so just give you a bit of a time estimate there. If you're more handy or mechanically inclined than myself, you'll have them off quicker. I would say I'm about average in terms of my speed and skill set. So yeah, if you're wondering. Anyway, so I'm gonna take them inside the house and prep them. All I'm gonna prep them with is I'm gonna wash them first with some soapy water, and then rinse them and let them dry, and then I'm just gonna take some Scotch-Brite or the green scrubby pads and just rough up the plastic, make sure there's no big gouges, have a good close look at them and patch up anything that I need to, and then I'll do a final once over prep, get them ready, and have the spray paint. So they're just gonna get spray bombed, nothing fancy, and yeah, so you'll have to tune in again, or yeah, tune in again for the reveal video, and that's it. So until next time, folks, keep between the ditches. All right, bye for now. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Midriff here with you. Today's portion of the episode is brought to you by Super Mario Brothers. Sorry, Nintendo, I'm not asking for an endorsement. I'm just saying that it's friggin' hot out there right now, and I feel like in Super Mario, where the sun's trying to kill you, this is what it is. So that's why I'm inside today, because it is very hot outside and muggy, very, very hot and muggy, and the UV index is like really high. So, but anyway, continuing on. If you're watching this portion of the video, you didn't skip ahead and you actually saw the reveal. So this portion is how I got to prepping the RAD covers right here, how I prepped them and I painted them. So I'll bring everybody along for that process. So thanks for sticking around and watching the reveal, and then doing something a little different, showing you how I got there. But anyway, I'm taking the RAD covers, this green scrubby pad that I just cut in half. It's usually the rectangle size, the larger rectangle. And I'm just going to scuff up the plastic, and then I have some alcohol right here. I know this stuff's like gold in times of COVID. The price is coming down. I don't know where you guys are from, how much alcohol and hand sanitizer skyrocketed, but I don't know. It's getting a little out of control, but we're not going to dwell on that for too long. So I'm going to just spray it off to make sure that there's no grit or chips or dings, and I'm just going to make it nice, and then hopefully the wind outside will die down, and I'm going to hopefully be able to apply the first coat of paint, spray paint. It's just a spray bomb, like nothing fancy there, folks. Apply the first coat this evening once the wind dies down and the temperature kind of evens out, because it's still very hot and very humid out there and quite windy. So we'll see how it goes. So I'll bring everybody back once I get it scuffed up and sanded. All right. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see that, but I'll hold up a comparison. So I haven't sanded this one yet. So this one, oops. Sorry, just working on my camera stuff. So this one here I haven't sanded, and this one here I have sanded. So again, sanded, unsanded. It's really kind of hard. The lighting is kind of, but you can see the sanded one's got a little bit of a dull. That's all I'm gonna sand mine. Some people that have way more experience in painting things, but in my experience, and we'll see how this goes, I'm not putting a whole bunch of time into it. There's not many nicks. I'm just making sure that the grease and the bugs, especially from the front part of the RAD cover, are all gone, so that the paint really adheres. You could probably use sandpaper, but I'm just scuffing it up enough to get what I need out of it. So here, I'm gonna do the second one. Okay, so there we go. So I got both of them done. Roughed up, scuffed up with the green pad. I'm gonna give them a quick wipe with some alcohol just to get the rest of the grease off. And I'm gonna set them aside until the wind dies down a little bit, and I'm gonna go out and maybe give them a quick little spray bomb. Okay, folks, so I got them wiped off with alcohol. I'm gonna go set up my painting station outside and give them a spray bomb. So I'll bring you out for the spraying, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, folks, so welcome back. Here's the color. Don't know what it's gonna look like, so it could change, but it's Rust-Oleum 2 times Ultra Cover Satin Ink Blue paint and primer. So here goes nothing. Okay folks, so it's been about 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna take these in the house now and let them finish drying. I don't want too many bugs. For some reason bugs like spray paint. Anyway, you can probably see there's a difference in quality here. This one is much better than this one. I kind of got a little zealous there, and look at the overspray that's occurred. So I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna let it dry thoroughly and then sand it down, and I'm gonna give both of them another coat of paint. So that'll be a couple of days away because the can says 48 hours. So we'll be out here doing it again, and we'll get it right then. Anyway, until next time, keep between the ditches. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome back. Midriff here with you. So today's episode is brought to you by The Weekend. Awesome. So I have the Loverboy song in my head, if anybody cares where that came from. Anyway, moving forward, so just to bring everybody up to speed, the last few days here since I painted my RAD covers, my RAD fairings, whatever, I was going to post sooner. However, the weather here during the week, it was rainy and cloudy, and windy. It was quite windy. I think there was a couple of tornadoes that touched down east of Ottawa, so who knows. Either way, it's really hot and sunny out today, so I figure why not, and it's the weekend, so we'll double down. I'm gonna clean these up. I know it might be hard to see. Turning lights on in an apartment built in the 50s with no overhead lighting is difficult for everybody. I get that, so I'm just gonna point out, and hopefully you can see some of it. If not, you just have to believe me. Anyway, I'm gonna clean these things up, get rid of the overspray, and then put a final coat on them. Hopefully that'll be it. And I'm gonna take some rubbing compound. Once it dries and cures for 48 hours, then I'm gonna kind of put some shine into them. So anyway, I'll start with this one. This would be the left-hand side. You can kind of see here, this is probably the ugliest one. Down all along here, all overspray. It's really gross. There's overspray in the bolt, and there's a little bit around on the corner here. So I'm just gonna take some 180 grit, wet sand it, just to take that edge off. Then I'll take my green scuffy, scuff the whole thing, and then put a final coat on it. If you are a professional painter and there's a better way to do it, feel free to let me know in the comments, but it'll be for the next project because this one will already be done. And for this one, there's just some overspray here on the side, so you can still see I didn't paint the side that faces the engine. I figured it's not really worth it. I might go and paint some of these finer edges, but my main concern is actually going and getting rid of the overspray. So we'll see how this project goes. So I'm gonna go clean that up. I'll bring everybody back once they're scuffed and the overspray is gone, and we'll head outside, do a little craft time, paint it up, and then let it dry. Hopefully there's no bugs that land in them. Last couple times in my green grass under the tree paint shop that I have, because I don't have a formal shop, some bugs were getting on there, so I hopefully won't have that issue today because there's a slight breeze and it's kind of midday now, and that way I'm hoping the bugs are kind of all done. Anyway, without further ado, I'll get to work and I'll see everybody soon. Hey everybody, welcome back to the paint shop. You can see my professional grade amenities and facilities here. That's a bad joke. Anyway, what we got here, so just so everybody sees, I've sanded all the rough spots down, covered all the running on both the covers. So I actually had a little thought process and maybe a little change in strategy. So I'm just gonna give the back side here, or the inside, a little shot of paint so I really can clean up those edges, and then I'm gonna flip it over and redo the outside portion. So I have all my PPE on, and you saw I had sunglasses, and now I have my painting shoes. So I mean, we're ready to go, just like factory. Shaking. There we go. I think they look much better, way better than before. So I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna let them dry, let them set here, and then move them back inside and let them set up for, according to the paint can, 48 hours. And then I'm gonna take some either rubbing compound or very fine, like 2000 grit sandpaper, and just smooth out any remaining areas just to make sure it's all good to go. And then I'll put them back on my bike. But I'm still waiting for parts, so I won't be going anywhere to just kind of start to look a little more pretty sitting there doing nothing. Anyway, so until the next part, we'll see you later. Bye. Hey, welcome back everybody. So it's been about 48 hours and my RAD covers are now dry. So what I'm going to do is take just some rubbing compound, turtle wax rubbing compound, and I'm going to just give them a light once over, put a coat of wax on them, then it's out to the bike to install them. So again, if you're watching this part of the video, I did everything first, the big reveal, and then I'm showing you how I got there. So if you're still in it this far, you're seeing how I got to it. All right, let's get at it. Everybody, so this is the finished product. So that's what I got. It's not perfect by any means, but you know, it's good enough. I'm really impressed with the color. I'm hoping that once I put the compound on, smooth it out, put some wax on it, it'll be good. It's gonna get dinged up and hit with stuff from the road anyway, hopefully not too much, but here. And we're back. So we're outside. Take a look at those. Man, I think those look really good. So I'm gonna excited to see how they look on there. So let's get to it. Hey, welcome back everyone. So part, I don't know, 8 of this video series. Anyway, what we got here, so we got the pasture peg mounts. That's what I'm gonna call them. This one I've sanded, and through the magic of video, I haven't done this one. Or is it the other way around? Whatever. Needless to say, just to kind of, hopefully you can see, the lighting in here sucks. Apologize, but it's just scuffed up. Like, I'm not looking to go too crazy. I'm just scuffing it up and getting rid of any other burrs, but these are pretty good cast pieces. So I'm going to take the foot peg off this one, and when you're doing that, I'll show you what the backside. So that's the underside. There's a little pocket here, and that ball bearing rests in there, and then it rests in the mount. So what I have done, I took a picture of this one so that I know how it assembles. So you can see the ball bearing is in here, and that's what holds your peg in place. And the C-clip just pulls off and you're good to go. So I'm gonna scuff those up. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is raining outside right now, like raining. So painting will not happen today. It's gonna have to wait until tomorrow or the next day, whenever it stops raining. But at least I'll have these prepped and ready to go, and I'll bring you back once they're both prepped and cleaned up, and we'll see you then. Okay. And we're back. So boom, got them both done, finished sanding. I'm gonna wipe them down and see if I've missed any areas, and then I'll show you the final product just prior, so that they're prepped, ready to go to paint. Hey everybody, hope everyone's having a great afternoon. So today's episode is brought to you by Partly Cloudy, and that's what the skies are right now. So it's been raining off and on all day up to this point. So I'm hoping to take advantage of this lull in the weather and the slight breeze to finish painting the foot mounts. So let's get at it. So you can see I got my safety shoes on, perfect for spray painting, because there's no room for my dignity to stay in my shoes, so it just seeps out like the water. Oh, that's a good dad joke. Anyway, I don't even know if you can see right now. Maybe you can see now. Been about 20 minutes. As you can see, the paint is looking pretty darn good. I've taken a little bit of a once over, and I've noticed there's a tad bit of overspray here, and really that's about it. So, and there's a bug. I got a bug friend on there. The wind kind of died down briefly, and the bugs came out. So I'm going to actually take it in, let it cure, let the paint set on. There's a little bit there too. Nothing major, not bad for for this. So I'm probably I'm gonna end up taking sanding those down and then giving it a final coat, and hopefully that'll be good, and I'll be happy with that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take it back in, because now the clouds are coming in. Wicked, and it's probably gonna rain, so I'm gonna get set up back inside, let this set up for a couple of days. It says 48 hours, so I'm gonna let it sit for 48 hours, sand it, and then I'll bring everybody back once I'm gonna finally spray it. Okay, have a good one. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome back. So it's been a couple of days here, and I have the passenger peg foot mounts ready to go. Off camera, what I did is I just took some of the run spots that I noticed, sanded them down, got them prepped. So now we're gonna hit them with another shot of, I'm gonna call that color Evinrude Blue. I'm gonna hit them with another shot of the paint, let it set, and then I'll probably do one more final coat on both the pieces. So anyway, let's get to it. Alright, so there we go. A couple quick shots of the old Evinrude Blue on there, and we'll let it set, and I'll bring you back and show you the end result. Okay. Hey, good morning everybody. So it's been a couple of days. I've finished painting. I put a second coat on the passenger foot peg mounts, and this is what they look like. I know the lighting's not the best in here right now, and maybe they look better than they will once they hit natural light, but I took a little preview of them outside after they were drying, and they looked really good. So what I'm going to do now is put the pegs back together, and I'll put them on these new stands, and then we're going to go outside. I'm going to put them on the bike and then put my exhaust back on and see what it looks like from a little bit of a distance. Anyway, let's get at it. So I think that looks really sharp. I'll give you a better up view. We're gonna head outside and put them on the bike, and yeah, see how they look with the. So this is another episode from the Trusted Parking Lot. Just name this series. Stories from the parking lot. Anyway, we're gonna put the blue on there. The old Evinrude Blue foot pegs. Look at those things. It looks so much better outside than it did inside. So with care and kindness, I'm gonna put them on. That's pretty damn close to factory. That looks really sharp. I'm glad, because as we discussed before, mentioned before, if you've seen other Triumphs, they usually have this, like our models, this is very common to have that painted. I mean, mine's not an R model, so I'm not going to pretend to be something I'm not there, or my bike anyway. Figured I'd paint those. I think this looks sharper. It stands out just a little bit more than it than this here. It's not as subtle, and I think the spacing on it is much better. There's just enough of the black in between the blue to, I think, to really make it, and then that way the back end of the bike doesn't feel left out. I mean, if you really wanted to do it, maybe this could be the final touch, but then you need an entry point on the front. So I think this is right now, this is as much painting as I'm going to get. I'm not going to get carried away with it, too crazy with it, but I am excited to see how it looked, and that was